Hey guys, it's Cobra DVS here, and excuse me. It's after Christmas, so in obvious fashion, I'm gonna show some of my Christmas video game stuff. A lot of it was gotten on my own. Only a couple things were actually gotten on Christmas Day. But what I did get on Christmas was pretty sweet. Um, but let's just go ahead and start with some stuff I picked up on my own. The first one's a brand new or a newer generation game, and it's an older game for the 360. I'm surprised I haven't played it before because obviously with the older series that I know about, it's Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, or excuse me, Ninja Gaiden 2. A really fun game, really hard game at times, but really fun. It was only $8 at my local store, and then they had the guide for 2. So for $10, I got this in the guide, and can't really complain. It reminds me a lot of Lords of Shadow, the Castlevania game, which is odd because the original Ninja Gaidens reminded me of the original Castlevania games. So whole vicious circle. And then these are a bag of games I got from a place in Flint, Michigan. Yeah, I live in Michigan. Um, when I get these, it was about a week or so before Christmas, and got some pretty good games, some pretty sought after ones, and then some pretty okay ones. And then these ones were all, I think, $2 or something. I'm pretty sure they were $2. These were all the cheapo ones. The first one is Star Tropics. Never played it. Would like to give it a shot. The second one is one I've actually wanted to get for a while. Shadowgate. And then last is Milon's Secret Castle. I just wanted to play that because of the AVGN video. You know, he describes it as a shitty game, but it looks okay to me. Alright, then these three are games that are kind of sought after, so I ended up getting these. One step closer to completing the original 6 games. I got Mega Man 6. What do I need now? I need 1, 4, and 5. Those are the ones I need, so I got 6 out of the way. This completes the collection for the original trilogy. That's Ninja Gaiden 3. Now the other 2 I have boxed, and I'd love to get this one boxed someday. But it's a little more expensive than the other 2, so that'll have to hold off. But for now, that's cool to have. And then this one I was pretty excited to get. It's Rainbow Islands, which is a later release by Taito or Taito, however you want to say it. So those are all the NES games I got from that store. And then there's a mall also by the store. So we went in there, and there was a place with some Genesis, some old school games. Nothing too great. Their prices were really weird. Like they had Mega Man X for $50. That's like a $15 game max. But then they had these Genesis games for like dirt cheap, so they're all boxed. Not all but one is complete. And I think the most expensive one here was $5. But I think I spent a total of $14 on all these, and there's 6 of them, so that's not bad. The first one is Steel Empire. Never heard of it. This is the only one that's not complete, by the way. Never heard of it, so I thought I'd pick it up for $2, I think it was. This one was also $2. Alex Kidd and the Enchanted Castle. That's complete. This one is, I've been actually looking for it ever since I saw Maximum RD's video saying that he would pick this game as one of the Genesis games that he'd play forever. It's Side Pocket. I actually want to give this a try. It's complete too. A little fold in the manual, but yeah. This one it wasn't anything I was after really, but I saw it and I got it. Hard driving. This one was pretty cool to find. Pack Attack. Pac-Man Tetris kind of puzzle game. And then this one I've been after for a while, and it's not very expensive. It's just I never really broke down and bought it. It's Golden Axe. Alright. So that was my trip for that day, and that was all Christmas money I got from my dad. My parents are divorced, and that's a perk, I guess, if you will, of it. You kind of have like 2 Christmases, sort of. Alright, so now these things are, one is a local pickup, I'll save that for last, and then these are all eBay. All pretty cheap, too. I won a lot of Sega CD games for $4 plus $4 shipping, so $8 for 3 Sega CD games. The first one is Tomcat Alley, which I have. I just got it, well, I wanted the other 2 games, but this is a great case, in great shape, so I can swap out a nice case for it. Next one, Surgical Strike. And this is the one I wanted the most. It's the Masked Rider, Kamen Rider Zoe, if I'm saying that right. So I got those for like $8. And then this is one that I was pretty excited to get at the local place. It's Dungeon Explorer on the Sega CD. I paid $15 for it, which is much cheaper than what it's going for online. So really wasn't much of a question of getting it. Sorry. So anyway, I got Dungeon Explorer, and after seeing Bithead talk about Dungeon Explorer on the TurboGrafx, I thought, what the heck. And then this one was sort of a recommendation by Kefka14, and I found a great price online for it, so I went ahead and took it. Shining Force on the Genesis. Okay, so now on to the stuff I got on Christmas Day, or stuff I got after Christmas. So the one thing this year that I wanted for Christmas was a 3DS. I mean, with the new games that just came out, like, Mario, there's Star Fox, Zelda, Mario Kart, I thought it warranted getting, and there was really nothing else other than the retro stuff that I wanted. My mom she wouldn't know what to do with the retro stuff, so pretty much all I put on there was a 3DS, some Xbox 360 games, Skyward Sword, but 3DS mainly was it. And one day I got an email from eBay saying that the 3DS was on sale for $140. So I talked to my mom about it. She said, well, why don't we just go ahead and get it, because that's $30 cheaper than it is in the store. So we went ahead and picked it up. So I knew I was getting a 3DS. I didn't know what games. So anyway, first is the 3DS itself. I did get one. Really stoked. It's the black one. I knew that as well. I am keeping the box. One thing about collecting video games, you learn to appreciate boxes. So, of course, I'm going to keep the box for it, because one day it will be collectible. And then here's the system itself. Really little, smaller than my original DS. This is awesome, this little joypad. It's got the D-pad too, the buttons, shoulder buttons, all characteristic. The 3D is really cool effect. Awesome. Really, really happy to have a 3DS. I actually have hardly put it down since I got it. So the games that I got with it were two games that I wanted, and I'm really glad I got them. The first one is Mario Kart 7. I'm a huge Mario Kart fan. I've loved them all. So naturally, this one's going to be good too. The online is awesome. The tracks are cool. There's everything about it's fun. It's an excellent game for the 3DS, and the 3D is very cool. And this one is blowing me away almost every time I play it. It's Super Mario 3D Land. When I first started playing it, there's 8 worlds on the map, and each world has 5 levels plus a boss level. And I was going through them really quickly, I was kind of disappointed because it was going so fast, and I was like, well, I don't want to beat it, so I sort of was hesitant to play it because I didn't want to beat it really fast. Well, I beat it yesterday, kind of, and I don't want to tell you what happens, but once you beat the game, it's not over in the least. So definitely, it's a very interesting game. It's a lot of fun. There was something else. Oh yeah, it borrows heavily from Mario Brothers 3, like some music, a lot of music. Mario Kart 7 also borrows from some other games with some of the music, and there's also some retro tracks on there. So great games, awesome, loving the 3DS right now. The battery life, I haven't even really noticed much of a problem. I normally play with it. If it's not plugged in, then I'm really close to my charger, so it's not a big deal. So now I picked up 2 regular DS games, one from the internet and one from GameStop. Yeah, I don't like to go to GameStop too often, but I really wanted this game since it was released, and I have a feeling that this game is going to be rare in upcoming years, and I think it's probably going to go up in price only. And here's why I say that, because it's well, let me just go ahead and show you what it is. It's Aliens Infestation. As you can see, I paid $30 for it. I used some Christmas money, so for my dad again. So it's I didn't mind paying it. And here's why I think it's going to go up in value. It was just released like a couple weeks ago, so it's a late release title. It's a great game. It's getting some pretty good reviews online. I really like it. So it's probably going to be one that people want to play, and there's not very many of them out there. I mean, a lot of people haven't even heard about it, so there's probably not going to sell too many. I'm just thinking all these things are going to add up to this being kind of a rare game. Plus I wanted it anyway because I'm an Aliens fan, so I went ahead and got it. What it's like is it's kind of like a mix between Contra and one of those Metroidvania games. It's a pretty cool game. Highly recommend it. Get it now before it goes up in price. That's just a speculation. I don't really know for sure. And then the second to last thing I got was a DS purchase again. It's a game that's been out for quite a while. It's just I never got it, and I was astounded how cheap it was now. So what a better time. And it's Contra 4, and it literally just came today. So Contra 4, I got it brand new. It was only $10 or $9.99 with free shipping. So um, went ahead and got it brand new. It's it's Contra. It's hard. It's fun, but Contra has a learning curve. For me, it's the more I play it, the better I get, and each Contra game seems to be a little different, different difficulty levels. So really, really happy with all my DS purchases, everything, the Christmas thing, the 3DS. I really recommend it. It's awesome. Oh, and it's got a sweet web browser. You can go online with it on Wi-Fi. It's faster than my phone, which is remarkable. And then this last game is something that my grandma got me, and it was under the tree on Christmas, so I didn't know. I assumed it was from my mom or whatever, but turns out it's from my grandma, and it's a Wii game. And when I was opening it, I thought it was gonna be Zelda, but it wasn't. It was Pac-Man Party. But that's okay. I'm happy with what I got. So that's everything I got, guys. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, and I'm working on getting the channel back up to regular videos. So until next time, take care, guys. 360. I'm surprised I haven't played it before because obviously with the older series that I know about, it's Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, or excuse me, Ninja Gaiden 2. A really fun game, really hard game at times, but really fun. Hey guys, it's Cobra DVS here, and excuse me. It's after Christmas, so but what I did get on Christmas was pretty sweet. But let's just go ahead and start with some stuff I picked up on my own. The first one's a brand new or a newer generation game, and it's an older game for the 3. It was only $8 at my local store, and then they had the guide for 2. So for $10, I got this in the guide, and can't really complain. It reminds me a lot of Lords of Shadow, the Castlevania game, which is odd because the original Ninja Gaidens reminded me of the original Castlevania. In obvious fashion, I'm gonna show some of my Christmas video game stuff. A lot of it was gotten on my own. Only a couple things were actually gotten on Christmas Day.